The Democratic candidate running to be Virginia's Attorney General facing brutal backlash this morning after his vile text messages with another state lawmaker were exposed. Democrat Jay Jones wrote about violence against GOP lawmakers and urinating on the future graves of political opponents, even killing a state GOP leader with, quote, 2 bullets to the head. He also wished death upon the Republican lawmakers' children because, quote, they're breeding little fascists and, quote, only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. GOP lawmakers, including President Trump and Virginia gubernatorial candidate Winsome Earl Sears, are calling on Jones to drop out of the race.
Hi, this is Nnamdi. Welcome again to African Viewpoint. So, I am back again with another brand new video. This video is all about this Democratic candidate for AG, Attorney General in Virginia. And this guy was supposed to be a custodian of the law, to hold any person that commits crime responsible. This is a person that's supposed to be unbiased and treat everyone as the same. For becoming an attorney general of a state, this guy is supposed to be straight, But unfortunately, it has been revealed back in 2022, he sent some kind of disturbing text messages to a colleague of his, hoping that a Republican is shot and killed alongside with his children. So you can understand the irony. So when these text messages surfaced, he came up and began and said that he was sorry, that he took back whatever he said, that he's taking all responsibility of what he has said, that he was sorry, that looking back it makes his stomach sick and this and that, but he was not ready to quit. He was not ready, and he is not ready to resign, to withdraw his candidacy for AG. If you are sorry, you should withdraw your candidacy. But that's not the case in this. This guy, his name is Jay Jones. So what I'm trying to say now is this. Somebody rightly said that what he said, that the text messages that he sent to his colleague, what he said in these text messages, unfortunately, is how most Democrats feel. Especially in this very time that is so tensed, when the president of the United States, Donald Trump, was attempted to be assassinated 2 times, if not for God. That one of the attempt was this close, that it could have been an history. It would have been just be talking. And recently, our beloved Charlie Kirk was killed, assassinated. And yet, you will see Democrats saying that it's on both sides. Hell no, it's not on both sides. So this is what describes the Democrats. This is what defines the Democrats. And unfortunately, the Democrats as a body do not want to come and condemn. Actually, they did. Some of them did, actually. But they have not called for the resignation of this guy, for his withdrawal of his candidacy. At least, let me just give this credit to Joe Scarborough of MSNBC, because MSNBC has always been a crap media. But in this case, probably they saw what it is like if they should condone what this guy did. But it's like not all the Democrats are getting the memo about how this thing will look like. They have to tell this guy to withdraw. There is non-negotiable. It is unacceptable for him to say he takes full responsibility. Let him back it up with the withdrawal of his candidacy. All right. So you will only see how deranged and how bad the Democratic Party has become. So without no further ado, um, I would like you to watch the video. Okay. After watching, when we come back, we will now wrap it up. But before you do, please and please, if you, yes, you that is watching this video have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like and share, and click the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video, you'll be one of those to receive it. Support me, man. Support me. I need it. I need it. Okay. So please do so. When we come back, we'll wrap up.
It's time for the Democrat candidate for Virginia Attorney General to drop out of the race. Republicans say that, and they won't take no as an answer to it. Here is what has been revealed, unearthed, really. Jay Jones sent text messages to a Democratic colleague in 2022. And in those messages, he was making a call for a deeply disturbing call for violence against Republicans. In reference to those who were publicly honoring a deceased Republican state legislator, Jay Jones wrote to a former colleague, quote, "If those guys die before me, I will go to their funerals to piss on their graves, send them out awash in something." He also wrote this about then Virginia House Speaker Todd Gilbert. 3 people, 2 bullets, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert and the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time. Disgusting. Jones apologized, saying, in part, "Reading back on those words made me sick to my stomach." Now, it's 2022. It's not like the guy was 15. Come on. It was 3 years ago. And then he says, "I am embarrassed, ashamed, and sorry." Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin called Jones's violent rhetoric beyond disqualifying. President Trump called on Jones to drop out immediately. Jones' opponent and current Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares earlier today.
As a top prosecutor in the state of Virginia, your job is to stop violence. I can't imagine somebody running for this office that has advocated for violence. This is not the temperament of somebody that should be running for attorney general. So I don't view this as a right versus left issue. This is a right versus wrong issue.
And look, say maybe you don't want him to quit. You've raised money for him, so on and so forth. Would you still publicly back him is the question here. Democrats are still doing so. The Virginia Beach Democrat Committee with this. We are lined up, 10 toes down, ready to organize, mobilize, and deliver voters for Jay. Recent press may have spotlighted past mistakes. We say let those without sin cast the first sin. So they can find religion. Interesting. In focus now, Steve Hilton, Republican candidate for governor of the great state of California. Steve, we are in what some are calling an assassination culture. We've had 2 attempts on a presidential candidate's life, Donald Trump, and then an actual assassination of Charlie Kirk.
It is unbelievable to me that this guy is still in this race and you have Democrats supporting him. This is so appalling. It's just beyond belief. I mean, it's clear now that this guy should drop out. But not only that, every member of that committee that put out that appalling statement should resign. And if they won't do it, every leader, to the extent they even have leaders in the Democratic Party, should be telling these people to resign. Who is the head of the DNC? I don't even know. Whoever that is should be expelling these people from the party. Exactly as you were discussing with my friend Giano earlier, there is a culture of violence now on the left, and it's broader than this particular case. You look at the way they speak. Look at California Governor Gavin Newsom just recently telling his supporters to, quote, punch Republicans in the mouth. He needs to be disciplined. The head of the party, if there is one, needs to tell Gavin Newsom to withdraw those encouragements to violence. It is completely out of control. This is a sick party with a sick culture of violence and death. They need to deal with it.
Well, despite outcry from Republicans, Democrat candidate for Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger has not called for Jay Jones to step down. Instead, here's what she said. "I made it clear to Jay that he must fully take responsibility for his words." What I have also made clear is that as a candidate and the next governor of our Commonwealth, I will always condemn violent language in our politics. Her opponent and current Virginia Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears hit back with a new ad.
I'm excited about this ticket.
It's been great to be out on the campaign trail with Jay Jones.
Ouch. Oh, and in her own words, Manberger. Steve.
I mean, look, it's just unbelievable. There's got to be consequences for speaking like this, especially, as you said, in the culture that we have now, when you've had real people hurt, families
Killed,
ripped
assassinated.
apart. I don't even want to, exactly. And there are no consequences. And this guy thinks he can put out a statement saying, I take full responsibility. He's taking zero responsibility. If he actually took responsibility, he'd have been out of this race immediately. Every single Democrat, every single one, should be asked to condemn this and to encourage this guy to get out of the race. And if they don't, then they are complicit. Every single Democrat on every news program. It is time to stop this. As I said, Gavin Newsom telling his supporters to punch Republicans in the mouth. And he thinks he's going to run for president on that platform of violence. And no one's saying anything in the party. And this guy is the front runner, apparently now, for the presidential nomination, encouraging violence. This party has a real problem with violence, a real problem, and they have to deal with it.
Kerry Conyer, that former colleague of Jay Jones, mistakenly texted, was so upset he reportedly called her to explain his point about gun violence. He told her the only way his rival's wife could feel the pain of victims would be to have her child die in her arms. His colleague hung up on him, and this text exchange followed. Jones, I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. Kerry Conyer, you weren't trying to understand. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Jay Jones here. Yes, I've told you before, only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. Conyer here. I point blank ask you more than 3 times, and you dug in that you meant it. Jones, I mean, do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes. Oh, there's the word. There it is, fascists.
Yeah. I mean, Harris, this is beyond belief, truly. I mean, the total lack of humanity. And again, this speaks to where this party has got to. Their ideology, their contempt for the other side is so deep now that this is how they speak, and this is in private. And so we can assume that this is not the only one. What are the chances that this is the only Democrat in all of America that thinks like this? It is so sick. It is truly sick.
Well,
it's evil. I mean, there are no words, and yet nothing is happening. And there's not a single Democrat at any kind of level of leadership in the party who's actually doing the decent thing and saying we have to stand up to this culture of violence in our party. It is just unbelievable.
Look, I know you do this. You talk to everybody. It's important, I would imagine, for Republicans to begin to grab the ear of disaffected and disenfranchised Democrat voters now. I mean, they have no place to go. And you don't want to lose everybody in a system off of one side of the aisle. And I have heard you talk. Look, you will talk to anybody. I've seen it, Steve. That's got to start to happen. Because if they lean in on the left from what you just described, from what we're experiencing, there's a hollow soul right now with some of these people not backing away from what he's saying. Your last quick thought.
That's exactly right. That's a beautiful but tragic phrase, but that is what is going on. And the response has to be to focus on our humanity, to reach out, to talk to people and bring them into a conversation about how we make lives better. And this kind of stuff just has to be condemned right across the board.
Amen.
So, welcome back. The video has spoken for itself. This thing is only making me, as a person, as a non-American, not an American, it's really, really making me angry. And I don't even know why any sane person will still be a Democrat, will still, kind of say, I am a Democrat. The Democrats, even before now, I disagree vehemently with most of their policies. As a Christian, first, I disagree with most of their policies. And now with this violence and killing, it's unacceptable. Democrats have to stand up. The sane ones, the ones that are still sane, if they can, they should be able to take back their party from the far lefts, the crazy ones. Otherwise, Democratic Party is doomed to go into extinction. I'm not saying kind of practically, but in terms of winning elections. And I hope that American people are seeing what is happening now, so that at the end of the day, that the Democrats should get should see the backlash in the polls, in the voting booths, so that they will lose seats. You know, that's what I hope for. I pray so. But on the other hand, I do not also subscribe to a one-party system or one-party state. The Republicans need to have an opposition. That is why I hope that the Democratic Party will get their acts together and start doing the right thing. But unfortunately, they continue on this path. America is better off with one party. It's better off with only Republicans, because these present Democratic Party, they are only chaotic. They are bringing violence. They are causing division. They don't have any focus. They don't have any vision for America. All they want is giveaways. All they want is, kind of, I don't know how to even to describe it. But let me not go for any more further. So that is it for this video. If you have any comment, please put it in the comment section below. Whatever comment you are free to express your mind, just as I'm expressing mine now. Okay? So, but if you have not also subscribed, please do subscribe, like and share this video. Also click the notification bell, so that anytime I release a new video, you'll be one of those to receive it. So thank you for watching, and God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.